Hello everyone and welcome to Immigrate with French. In this video, we'll be talking about the French language draws in the express entry, why it matters, how to be eligible for it, and what the different scores and levels mean. So let's get started. Express entry is Canada's immigration program where eligible candidates are invited to apply for permanent residency in Canada. Currently, there are several category draws within the express entry, and if we see here, then the first category is the French language proficiency. Let's go and see more about that. If we see here the category-based selection and we go to see the rounds of invitation, let's check previous rounds. So now let's take a look on the French language proficiency draws in the latest month, and we'll find that the latest French language proficiency draw as of today was on August 8th, 2025. Number of invitations issued was 2,500 and the CRS score of the lowest ranked candidate invited was 481. Before that, let's see, we'll find that there was a draw on March 21st, 2025, and the number of invitations issued was massive. It was 7,500 invitations, and the lowest CRS score was 379. If we go before that, it was March 6, 2025. The number of invitations issued was also 4,500, which is also another big number, and the lowest CRS score was 410. So you can keep checking the previous ones if you want to see more about the French language draws, but what you can see so far is that even with a lower CRS score, if you learn French, you can still be eligible to apply for permanent residency. So how to be eligible for the French language proficiency draws? The first step is to take an approved French test. In this case, that would be TEF Canada exam or TCF Canada exam. You need to score NCLC 7 or above in each exam section. So what is NCLC 7? We have heard sometimes of CLB. Is it the same? It's quite similar. So the Canadian system uses levels for English exams and for French exams. For English exams, they call it CLB. It stands for Canadian Language Benchmarks. For French exams, they use NCLC, Niveau de Compétence Linguistique Canadien. If we see this table here, this table shows us the different NCLC levels for the TEF Canada exam. So as you can see here, usually the scores will come something like this. If you see that you will get the score for the different sections, and beside each section, so you'll get the score first out of 699. You will get also some old scale of the score, where some section is out of 300, some is out of 360. The last one is also for 50. Here it will be written the CECR, and the last section will be the NCLC level. So what we're talking about here is the NCLC level. We need to make sure that the NCLC level for all the sections is 7 or above. So if you see this first student, the student got NCLC 8, 8, 7, and 7. That's great. And this person has achieved the goal. Another student here, they got 9, 8, 9, and 10. That's also great. In the last case, you see that there are there is at least one NCLC 6. In this case, actually, there are two, the second and the last. If there is one NCLC 6, or whatever, like less than 7, it means that the entire exam should be repeated. So, by the way, when you want to test the scores in the IRCC calculator, or when you want to input the scores that you got, you need to input the scores of the old score and not the score out of 699, because it's currently incompatible with the system on the IRCC website. One more time, in the NCLC, we need to be achieving NCLC level of 7 or above. So if you get 7, 8, 9, or 10 in each of the 4 sections, that would be very important, because in the exam the score is considered according to the score in each section, and not an average of the overall score. Okay, so As we said here, this is the NCLC, and we need 7 or above. What is the CECR? So the CECR is short form for Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, and this is another way of dividing the languages into 6 main levels, or the language mastery into 6 main levels. So when you learn a language from scratch, you are at A1, a total beginner. You learn a bit more, you reach A2, elementary. You learn a bit more, you reach the intermediate level, B1, and then B2, upper intermediate. When you continue learning, you reach advanced level, C1, and the highest level in the language is C2. So when we are talking about CLB7 lies in the upper intermediate, B2, okay, but it still has to have NCLC 7 in the exam. So if you see this score here, the student has B2, however, it's an NCLC 6, so it's still not sufficient. What we need is NCLC 7, which is going to have B2. So it's kind of like half of the B2 is in the LCLC 7, and half of it is in the level 6. Okay, so half of it is in 6 and half of it is in 7, but we need to be achieving the higher part of B2, which is level 7, to be eligible for the French draws and for up to 62 points in the CRS points. Thanks for watching. Preparing for TEF Canada exam? Subscribe now for more weekly tips.